right, we're still waiting on the Mount Ida Lion team. They're talking downstairs right now, and so we're going to bring them up here shortly, and we're going to have them. We've got Taylor, we've got Columbia Christian warming up. Yeah, this is a little bit longer than we like to hold a broadcast for without anything going on, but we just wanted to let you know that this is where we're at. This is what we're doing, and we'll have Mount Ida up here shortly. So just hang with us here. It's baseball, softball is a whole lot different than what we do in basketball. We can usually get them straight up, but it takes a little bit to talk to the team. So we'll have Mount Ida here in just a moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll be back in just a moment.
All right, I'm Caden Hauser here with the Arkansas Sports Network, joined with the Mount Ida Lions. They just punched their ticket to the state championship in Spa City, Hot Springs, here with Coach Wilson, Kane McCullough, and Jake Gaston. And man, they played a phenomenal game. Coach, you trailed all the way to that sixth inning. Y'all put up a 3-run inning there in the top of the sixth. What went in just to motivating the bats just to know you're still in this ball game?
We just just a great group of guys. You know, we've been in so many different types of ball games all year long. We know that we're never out of it. We just stayed mentally tough, and finally we got it caught a break out there. They made a mistake, and we made them pay for it. You know, we had multiple guys throughout our lineup that stepped up when needed, and I'm just extremely proud of this group of guys. Extremely proud.
And then, Kane, you played huge at the plate. You were great in the field as well. You now advance to the state tournament or the state championship at that. Is this your first appearance in the state championship?
No, sir. We went my ninth grade year and we fell short to Taylor, but we're looking to win it this year.
And then, so ninth grade, you get the chance again here, potentially against the Taylor Tigers yet again. What are y'all going to do to change the script this time and pick up a win?
We're just going to continue playing together like we have been all season, continue to get better, continue to put our reps in, and just go see what it does for us.
And then, Jake, you did phenomenal on the mound to start the game. You finished it out, ended with Jackson White coming in to finish the game. And I mean, it was a beauty pitching wise. Struggled in the first inning, gave up those 2 runs, but really settled down after that. What went into just keeping that confidence focused and locked in after having a rough first inning?
Well, we got to trust our guys behind us. Know if I throw it in the zone and they hit it, our guys are going to be there to back it up and get the out.
And then, Coach, I just have one more question for you. In the beginning of that game, y'all did great with the bats, really great without the bats throughout the whole game, double-digit hits. Y'all just couldn't pick up runs. First, second, and third inning, it felt like y'all were getting bases loaded, 2 on, 1 on with no outs, and just couldn't capitalize. What just went into making sure the confidence stayed high and knowing that we can put these runs on the board?
That's just who these guys are. They know what we're capable of. Um, they don't ever get down. We talk about staying 212 all the time. That's boiling point. Not too high, not too low. And we knew if we were putting quality at bats all the way throughout the ball game. You know, I made a couple mistakes probably there in the third base coaching box, and got a guy thrown out at home, and we just stayed resilient, kept fighting, kept battling, and we were rewarded. So,
And congrats, guys. Y'all advanced to the state championship, man. What an honor that is. Y'all are going to be playing the winner of this game between the Taylor Tigers and the Columbian Christian Crusaders. That's next here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
How's it going?
from the Arkansas Sports Network, this is the moment all these athletes have worked for all season long. High stakes, high energy, and the best talent in the state. And it's all coming together for one goal. Live from the Arkansas Sports Network, we're proud to present the 1A State Baseball Tournament. ASN, the pursuit of a title, starts right now. This broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Metcalf Trucking Company, and by Premier Facilities Group.
Welcome back in to the University of the Ozarks as we are here with our final game that we will be broadcasting on the Arkansas Sports Network. You'll be able to watch the finals, all of them, 6A through 1A, 1A through 6A, however you want to say that. You'll be able to watch them on Arkansas PBS next week. We do not know the schedule of the games yet. But what we do know is the Mount Ida Lions have punched their ticket into Majestic Park and the Spa City with their victory over the Conway St. Joseph Bulldogs. And now somebody will be playing them. It will be either the Columbia Christian Crusaders or the Taylor Tigers. Brad Caldwell here along with Caden Hauser. Aaron Powers will be here in just a moment. Caden, I'm going to turn it over to you. Take it away.
Yeah, we're here for a really good ball game, and to say I'm excited is putting it on the short side. I mean, this is going to be an amazing baseball game. Two of the best teams we've seen in this tournament for sure, and that's how they've earned this semifinal bid. And it's going to start with the Columbian Christian Crusaders at the plate. Leading off for them will be number 1, the shortstop, Rustin Hearn.
On the first pitch, a strike right there. Right off the bat here.
On the mound is going to be number 8, Jed Mitchell. Or excuse me, it's actually going to be number 14, Kason Anders. Jed Mitchell is going to be the pitcher for the Crusaders. Next delivery from Anders. This one's sent deep to left field. That's traveling well. That's a home run.
Well, we
Wow.
said it couldn't be done, and it happened.
A leadoff home run in the second game of the day in this state semifinal from Rustin Hearn.
Wow.
A leadoff home run. We haven't seen a home run the whole tournament. I told you I'd be beyond shocked if someone got it out of here, and that was right to the spot we talked about near that 305 foul pole.
It's a 20-foot wall out there. This is a cavernous ballpark, and he hit it. Now, he does have a decent wind behind him, but he hit it solid, got it up there, got it out of here.
Wow. And they follow it up with another ball heading that way. This one with not similar power, and that's going to be the first out of the game. It's a fly out to the left fielder, number 9, Jasper Jones. What a start to this game.
Absolutely. Just put a good swing on it. You know, you don't have to swing out of your shoes to hit a home run. You just have to put good, solid contact on it, get it in the air, and let it go.
And you could really tell off the bat that one was going to carry. And this is going to be a bloop base hit offered in by number 4, Nolan Walker, who was the pitcher in the last game we had for the Crusaders. He's going to be back at first base today.
This Crusaders team is a 4 seed coming into this game, but the thing is I don't know that you would know that right now. They're definitely not playing like a 4 seed in this situation.
Absolutely phenomenal in this tournament. Taylor Tigers have been as well. And the momentum could not be swayed any more in the favor of the Crusaders. They hit this one back to the mound. That's going to be a 1-6. Can't get to 3. Runner's going to be safe at first as he already got to the bag.
Didn't make an attempt to go to second. Did turn. A lot of people think if you turn left, he did turn left, but he didn't make an attempt to go. So he gets first base.
Now 2 outs. Good heads-up play by Kason Anders to get the lead runner. Now 2 outs, runner on first. That's going to bring up Cash. That's actually going to bring up Brody Braswell. They're really putting them in play to start this game, and that one's going to travel foul. And a great catch over there by Max Montgomery. He's been one of the highlight players of this tournament. If the top of the first is going to be any insight to how this game is going to be, we are in check for one of the best baseball games I possibly could have ever watched, especially at the high school level. That takes us to the end of the top of the first. Not before we get a solo home run, first of the tournament on the board. Middle of the first is here, bottom of the first to come on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Back for the bottom of the first inning, the Columbian Christian Crusaders gain a 1-0 advantage on a solo shot.
You better be careful. Columbia, not Colombian. They'll get us in the comments. I promise. They'll get us.
I've heard both.
I promise.
Columbia Christian Crusaders.
There you go. And do you remember the man that sponsored their team's name? I wasn't here when
Sammy
you guys.
Walker?
There you go. Well, thank you to Mr. Walker for getting the Columbia Christian.
Well, it's likely related to first baseman Nolan Walker, if I had to
Good point.
be presumptive.
Yeah, absolutely. Big fly in the first inning. We'll see what happens here with Taylor now. First time all tournament long that we've seen one go over that. Hey, I'm just estimating 16-foot wall out there.
And leading off for the Taylor Tigers will be the left fielder, number 9, Jasper Jones. It's going to be a first pitch strike as a really nice pitch there. Drops in. It's going to be Jed Mitchell on the mound. Let's see if Jasper Jones, the left fielder who had to watch that fly, can return the favor.
2 good located pitches right there.
An 0-2 count. Thinks about offering, but doesn't go on the pitch that's towards the outside. The 1-2. Puts this one in play. Sent to short. Take it on a hop. Throw to first. In time. Good job there by the shortstop, Rustin Hearn. He's all across the field today, hitting the home run and then picking up the first out on the other side. Now that brings up the 2-hole hitter, Cannon Fowler.
Yeah, it's a good start for him, right?
Great start. I mean, wow. And Taylor, of course, has to be a little shaken up after watching the first batter they see in the state semifinal. I mean, when you're going against the 3-time state champions in these Taylor Tigers, that's the type of message you have to send.
Oh, yeah. You've got to come out. And Columbia's got to be aggressive. They can't be afraid. I think Columbia is playing as good as anybody in the tournament right now. Obviously, there's at this point of the tournament, um, they have proven that they should be right here, right where they are.
Like you said, they've proven that they should be here, but the seeding doesn't agree with that. And like you said, taking risks, playing aggressive, because even the Columbia Christian Crusaders might not even expect it to be here. So no need to not play aggressive if you're this ball club. And they
Uh-oh,
just can't make the grab and left.
that's going to go all the way back to the warning track.
And only
They got
gets a
it in.
double though,
Yep.
and that's John David Baker out there in left field trying to make that grab, and that's Cannon Fowler who gets a double in the 2-hole, and that brings up yesterday's pitcher now behind the plate, Tucker Smith.
Tucker Smith did a great job, fantastic job against Midland, against a lineup that probably one of the best lineups in the tournament.
Oh yeah,
He was able to hold them down. I guess they did finish with the shutout, did they not?
they did. They did finish with that shutout, and Tucker Smith pitched about 6 innings of it, and then
I
he
think he got
eventually
6 1/3, if I'm not mistaken.
got pulled, and then talked to him after the game. Very humble guy. He's very proud of this Taylor team, and he knows that they have the talent to win it, and they've proven that in years previous. He's looking to do that again.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that these two teams definitely take baseball seriously. The Goodharts coaching for Columbia Christian, we found out. See, we were told we need to give respect to Steve Goodhart. Nobody even said Steve Goodhart was over there. We don't know that. So now we do.
Right.
Steve Goodhart, former Southern Arkansas University head coach. And, I mean, can you imagine? You've got Matt Goodhart, you've got Steve Goodhart coaching. You're coached. And
You
we
are
have
well
said that.
coached.
We have said that, that they look coached.
You can
And
tell. It
yeah,
shows.
absolutely.
And now a 2-1 count. That's going to skip away. It's going to go in front of the plate. Throw to third's not going to make it in time. That is a good throw from behind the dish. Just bounced a little too far in front of the plate. 3-1. Now a 3-1 count. 1-0 is still your score. Runner on third.
Yeah.
That pitch can't find the zone either. That'll put runners on the corners with just one out. And that brings up Jacob Vandenberg, who's been very impactful in this series.
Now, he's a guy has got the pop enough to get one over that wall as well.
I'm still shocked that we saw a home run. That
Aaron,
is
you
just
missed a home run, dude. They hit one out. Columbia Christian, yeah,
leadoff homer.
Where at?
left field.
Oh, goodness.
Pitch in for a strike, throw to second, not in time. Skips in front of the plate. Puts a 1-0 count on the board.
That's a great thing about ASN. You can go back and watch it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had a great shot of it. You got to see it go right over the wall.
Amen.
1-0 is your count here with runners on second and third. That one's sent to center. It's going to be hard to get to it, and they won't. That's going to bring that tying run into score. It's going to put the leading run on third, and it's going to put some insurance on second.
Yeah, Taylor's not intimidated, and looks like Coach Goodhart going to be making the trip to the mound. But Taylor's not intimidated by anybody scoring runs on him. And the thing with Columbia today, they know that they're going to have to battle. They're going to absolutely have to battle. And if Taylor comes back here and scores a couple, scores 3, they just got to come back and just try to answer. I mean, it's going to be a battle. If you're going to win this game, they're not going to give it to you.
Wonder what Coach Goodhart thought of that home run.
No, I'm sure he was happy about it.
Now that brings up number 4, Wade Barton, to the plate.
Looks like Taylor over there putting some runs on the board themselves on the softball side of things.
Runners on second and third now. On third is going to be Tucker Smith. On second is going to be Jacob Vandenberg.
Arkansas leading Kentucky 14-12 in the top of the 8th. Final regular season game.
That's a nice breaking ball dropped in there by Jed Mitchell. Now, if you're Taylor, you've gotten settled in after a wonky start. And now it's time for them to play their brand of baseball. This one hard hit between the gap between first and second. That's going to bring in 1 run. They'll hold the runner at third. Runner's back on the corners. 2-1 is your score with Taylor leading.
I mean, this is why Taylor has won 3 in a row. They are not going to be intimidated by anything. They're going to come out here and they're going to battle you. And again, Columbia, number one, they need to try to find a way to get out of this inning. And then when they get their chance, they're going to have to get up there and battle. Their offense is playing as well as anybody, so they've got the opportunity. They've just got to take advantage of it.
One of the things in that last game, was talked about in our post-game interview with Mount Ida, is in the first, second, and third inning, the Lions had bases loaded, 2 on, 1 on, anything you could think of multiple times, and put up, I believe, just 1 run throughout all of it. And it was just very unfortunate, but now we can see great pieces of hitting here from the Taylor Tigers with runners on, just continuing to get base knocks. And that's what Columbia Christian did yesterday. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is going to be a little off, and runners now at second and third. Just 1 out, and they're going to send him back to first. Not too sure on what the call was there to send him back.
Not sure either as we get Brad Caldwell in on the headset here. Getting him plugged in and out.
One ball, 1 strike throw to second. He steals again, and this time makes it in safely. That is Wade Barton. Max Montgomery at the plate.
Got any idea why he was sent back?
I don't, and of course we were in transition there, so I didn't get a chance to really look at it either.
That's fine.
This is going to be a high chopper sent to third. It's going to be a tough throw to make, but they do just that, and Max Montgomery sliding to the bag. We've seen that from him all tournament. Great throw across the diamond from the third baseman, Trek Mitchell. That sends us to the end of the first inning. Lots of offense and great baseball. Top of the second is on the horizon. Taylor Tigers lead 2-1 here in our final game of the state baseball semifinal for 1A on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
You'll never miss the start of the game with the Centennial Bank's mobile app. Check your balance, pay bills, make a deposit, or transfer funds from the stands. Download our smartphone app for your iPhone or your Android today. Centennial Bank, Arkansas's community bank, member FDIC. Some restrictions may apply.
Foul ball sent back by our first batter at the top of the second. That's going to be number 17, Griffin Wiggins. He's the catcher for the Crusaders today. Yeah, pitch finds the zone. 1-2. And we got some clarification from our good old Kelly Roach here in between innings as to why that runner was sent back on that steal attempt to second. And he said that the catcher had his view blocked from the batter after his swing. It made an obstruction, and now we're in the top of the second with a count 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's going to be our first strikeout of the day. Good pitching on the mound from Anders. And that's going to bring up number 8, Jed Mitchell.
So Caleb Woodfield on YouTube says, I'm from Mount Ida. I remember him from Mount Ida, by the way, and watched the last game, but I live in Camden and go to church with Columbia's Rustin Hearn. He says, let's go, Rustin.
We had a couple of comments over on Facebook that said, let's go Hearn. We got 200 live devices here on this game.
This one's sent over to short. Catch is made by Jacob Vandenberg. That'll be our second out of the inning.
I will say, softball seems to have more live devices than baseball. It's kind of crazy.
I feel like we had a good amount last game when we were up to about 320.
And that was about what it was over there as well. But it seems like for the tournament, of course, we're doing the Facebook on high school on the softball, and that seems to be a big difference.
Right.
The high school crowd stays on the high school page.
That's a first pitch strike delivered. 0-1 is the count here to Matthew Tyler.
Guess that makes sense.
Anders is really settled in after giving up the leadoff home run. Tyler will be the second to last in the lineup today for the Crusaders. He'll be followed by John David Baker, who's on deck with an 0-2 count with two outs. We might not see him in this inning. That's a 1-2. Three hits to 2 in that category. 2-1 on the scoreboard, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. Kason Anders sends us to the middle of the second, and Carson Franks will be first to the plate for the Taylor Tigers. 2 strikeouts picked up in the inning for Anders. Bottom of the second on the way. This is the 1A state baseball tournament here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Desart. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
Proudly supporting the Taylor Tigers on their road to the Spa City. Taylor Booster Club, Ray and Associates, Braswell Logging, Dickinson Landscaping, Claiborne Collision, Bass Haven, The Corner Drugstore, Brent Robertson Trucking, A.O. Smith Funeral Homes Incorporated, Austin Industrial, and Cranford Contracting.
Back for the bottom of the second. Number 5, the right fielder, Carson Franks, will be the first to take the plate for the Taylor Tigers, batting in the 8 hole today. And you'll watch a first pitch ball. That was one of the few softball games you just got to call, Brad. How different is the landscape over there? And just the atmosphere.
Yeah, well, it's well, number one, everything's a little bit closer to you. You've got your, 60-foot bases, 200-foot fence, all that. It's a very fast-paced game. I'll let you call this.
This sent to short, throw across the diamond from Hearn, and slips behind. Throw into second. Carson Franks reaches on an error.
Well, tough play deep in the hole there. Had to backhand it. Did a good job on the backhand, but had to make the long throw, and he really was running out of time as it was. Probably rushed his throw a little bit and ended up throwing it away and giving up an extra base.
Yeah, kind of off tempo, off balance on that throw, too. That's tough to make, especially with a speedy base runner. Abram Andrews rounds out the lineup for the Taylor Tigers at the plate.
Anyway, it's a fast-paced game. Got a chance to see a home run over there as well. They've had, I think they said they had 4 home runs hit over there.
Wow.
During the softball tournament.
That'll be high.
Scranton did a good job getting themselves into the Spa City, and now the Taylor Tigers and West Side Greer's Ferry Eagles 1-0 right now. Taylor is up.
That's a good pitch there from Jed Mitchell. 2-1 is the count with a runner in scoring position. Need easy outs and you need them quick. Bunt is laid down. That's going to drop foul.
We got just over 200 live devices, but only 6 likes. Go ahead and hit that like button for us.
Both teams working through their order fairly quickly. So we got a 2-2 count with one runner on. There's going to be time at home. Both teams with big fan bases that came out. A lot of supporters here in the state semifinal. Hot Springs is a place that isn't unfamiliar to this Taylor Tigers team, as a bunt is laid down yet again with 2 strikes. That's good situational hitting. And with 2 strikes, he did a good job to get it in play, avoid that strikeout. Runner advances to third with just 1 out, and the order flips over.
Well, now let me say this before you finish that thought. This is the first year that I know of that they're having this state finals at Majestic Park in Hot Springs. It has been at UCA at time, or I guess over the last several years, but it looks like they've moved it down to Hot Springs this year.
Interesting. I'm assuming football will still continue to be held at War Memorial for some time to come.
I believe so. It's really hard to fill up War Memorial in a state championship game like that. So they've got plenty of room.
And Banco ZK is always a classic for state championship basketball.
Yeah, and it just seems like it's just big enough
Right.
to host it, I believe that the capacity there is 6,500 if I'm not mistaken.
And whenever it does get tired like that, though, it makes for a good game. Makes it feel like it really means something like that. And sometimes I feel like War Memorial might lose that value just because of how big that place is.
A little bit.
That's a hot shot sent to second. He can't make the grab. That's going to bring in another Taylor Tiger run. 3-1 is your score, and that's an RBI single for Jasper Jones. He moves to 1 for 2 on the day.
Looks like Coach Goodhart might make a change here. He is going to make a change. They're going to bring the right fielder in.
That right fielder is going to be Cash Smith. I believe he already pitched this tournament also.
Well, if he's got anything to give, today's the day.
And of course, they want to avoid getting into stress mode, but this is the state semifinal, and falling behind to Taylor, that's one of the last teams you want to get in a good hole to.
Well, Taylor just does the things that are necessary to win games, right? I mean, you're watching them hit situational baseball. They don't try to do too much at the plate. I don't think they get out of their comfort zone any. I think they really do a good job of just staying within themselves, and and this is why they are the three-time defending state champions because they play baseball the right way.
Yesterday, run roll was a popular factor here at Lonnie Arqual's field, but it was far from that in game one here in the semifinal.
It was a great game. Great matchup between Mount Ida and St. Joseph. And man, just tip your cap to Mount Ida. They just come in and they battle. I'm telling you, if you see Mount Ida on the schedule in football or baseball, you better strap it up. Play the whole game.
And I have to say, I mean, we were up here with Kane McCall for the interview, and I mean, like you said, they're good at football, and I have to assume he plays. I mean, just broad shoulder, just I mean, built, just
Oh,
absolutely just
yes.
stocky, just athlete builds, and they prove it on the diamond as well as they do football.
Previous meetings between these two teams, three times they have played. Taylor won three or won twice, 3-1, and once 6-4. Columbia Christian sits at 15-9 as of right now.
15-9 on the season.
15-9 on the season.
That's a foul ball.
Taylor is 22-6 overall.
At the plate is number 3, Cannon Fowler. He had a double in his first plate appearance. He came around to score. Runners on the go. The throw, not in time. It is a good throw from home plate, but just couldn't make it there.
Nice strong throw by the catcher there, but I'm telling you, it is hard on the high school level to throw kids out at second base.
We've only seen a select few.
You're a really good catcher if you can throw a kid out at second base on the high school level.
And that's also why you see these extended leads on the base pads, especially at second. After a pitch is thrown, you can see a wealthy lead taken by that base runner, and I'm sure you're going to see that here from Jasper Jones, who is on second. You see the contest creeping in, and he's going to go back, and that lead gets really big. That's a strike delivered there to Cannon Fowler. He has a full count facing him now with 1 out. Takes a step away. 1-0, still your score over at softball through 4. They're in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, that one's moving quick.
That's not usually what you see from the Taylor team of softball, or at least in this tournament.
Well, Westside's pretty good. Pretty good team. Scranton, also a good team.
3-2 is your count with 1 out. 3-1 is your score. In favor of the Taylor Tigers, who are at the plate. They have 1 runner in scoring position. That's Jasper Jones. Has a single and an RBI today. Next delivery. Too high, and that's going to be ball 4. That puts 2 runners on.
Taylor's just very patient at the plate. They make you throw strikes. And that's what they're doing with Columbia right now, making them throw strikes. They're struggling a little bit with that right now, but still in the ball game at 3-1.
And when strikes are delivered, they are capitalizing with 4 hits already. Now 2 runners on for Tucker Smith. He has some interesting hair. Did you see it yesterday when we brought him up for our interview?
I didn't pay attention. No, I actually wasn't here when you guys interviewed him.
Oh, he has some pink mixed in with some blonde, mixed in with one other color, I believe.
It's some black and very 80s neon looking colors.
Arkansas just went back-to-back home runs to take a 16-12 lead versus Kentucky in the top of the ninth.
It's a high-scoring ball game. That pitch finds the zone. Count pushes 1-2. 2 runners on. He's showing bunt. Runners might be on the move. It won't just yet. That's a foul ball. He didn't really want to offer at. Just did a good job of staying live. And the 1-2, runner on the go. This one's sent to left field. Runner's got to get back. Catch is made. And Jasper Jones gets back to second in time despite the fly out to left from Tucker Smith. Made solid contact.
Just got underneath it on the hit and run there.
That now brings in Jacob Vandenberg, who had an RBI single in his first plate appearance.
I'm waiting for him to get on one here.
Now with 2 outs, they're in jeopardy of stranding these 2 runners and extending their early lead. This one popped up high over to first base. Catch is made by Nolan Walker. And that will bring us to the end of 2. 3-1 is your score with a 2-run separation between these teams. Top of the third on the way here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
We'll be right back with more coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament after a message from our sponsors.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but we know there's growth in the journey. At ATU, we value this moment because here, nature becomes your classroom. So breathe it in. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Back here at the top of the third. If you'd like to support us, we've got our cash tag up there in the top left. Cash tag AR Sportsnet. Donate there. We'll give you a shout out here on our live stream. We got a 3-1 lead favoring the Taylor Tigers today. As Columbia Christian gets their bats back up. And they're nearing their second time through this order. It'll be their second time seeing Case and Anders. What do they need to do to tack some runs on the board and really just attack these Taylor Tigers?
Attack, be aggressive. Don't let them bring the game to them. They've got to bring the game to Taylor. It's very easy to kind of set back when you're playing a team like this, but you've got to be aggressive against them.
See that ticket there back
Yeah.
behind the plate at the center field cam?
Start off this top of the third. It'll be a strike 1 delivered to John David Baker. That pitch can't find the zone. 1-1. On the crown, I'm hearing him getting called JD. Getting to JD Baker. Thinks about offering, but doesn't on a pitch that's inside. 2-1.
Columbia Christian winning both the polls on Facebook and YouTube with 65%.
That one can't find the zone either. 3-1 advantage count favoring Baker. No walks on their first time through the lineup for the Crusaders. Working on their first one. Won't get it just yet as the count is now pushed to full. Swing and a miss there. That'll be strikeout number 3 on the day. Cason Anders continues to pitch a good game so far. Gave up that solo shot. Besides that, has been fairly dominant. Flips over the lineup. Rustin Hearn, man of the day so far. Gets hit in his second plate appearance. Remains 1 for 1. Now brings up Trek Mitchell.
Nothing like seeing a big loopy curveball coming at you. Take one for the team. I'll take that one for the team for sure.
That'll be the one that hurt the least.
That's it. Boy, we had baseball practice with my 10U team today, and I've got a kid. He brings some heat. He throws about 55 miles an hour, and he hit one of our smallest kids.
Uh-oh.
Poor kid.
Uh-oh.
He did not cry, but he was trying, like for 5+ minutes, he was trying not to. But he hung with it. He was a tough kid.
What a champ holding that in. I would have cried.
I promise you, he wanted to. But I'll tell you what, one of the greatest joys that I have in life is being able to coach that bunch. It's just a lot of fun to be able to coach that team of kids. Are good kids, and we have a lot of fun out there.
0-1 is your count. That was the same thing our head coach for the Taylor Tigers said. He just said he couldn't wait for this bunch to get up so he could coach them. That pitch goes high, throw, the tag. In time, we were just talking about throws not being made too often. That's a one-hopper from Tucker Smith, who was on the mound yesterday, and he guns down the Crusader at second.
Well, let me tell you, color me not surprised that he can throw it to the second and get the guy out. He's got the arm to do it for sure.
He was wheeling and dealing on the mound yesterday with some speed on it.
Yeah, he was probably touching upper 70s, low 80s, pretty close.
And now these teams with their pitchers, I mean, of course, all teams are probably getting low on arms. They're ready for that reset after the semifinal. They get about a week break, get everyone fresh, pitchers, new arms, and then you have everyone for that state
That's
championship
right.
game.
Just one game, you can throw anybody you want to out there.
And that begs for potentially probably a little low scoring state championship game.
Yeah, and I don't know how Majestic Park plays. I don't know how big it is, but definitely could lend to that.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Delivery to Trek Mitchell. Fouled off. He was the pitcher for game 1 here on Thursday for Columbia Christian. Actually finished that game, only giving up 1 run.
Foul ball right into the parking lot. Hope somebody has good insurance.
And yesterday, Trek, it was his 15th birthday.
Yes.
For number 15.
Working on 16 now.
He's got a 2-2 count. Comes inside. He's pretty mad about that. He probably thought he could have took it. 3-2.
Think he'll change jersey numbers next year when he turns 16?
Maybe so. Who knows?
This one's going to be blooped in for potentially a base hit, but a good grab at second by the Taylor Tiger, Cannon Fowler. He's batting in the 2 spot just like Trek Mitchell. That brings us to the middle of the 3rd. Taylor holds the 3-1 lead. They get their bats back up. And it's going to start with, I believe, Jacob Vandenberg.
You're watching 1A State baseball coverage right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Don't go away. You won't want to miss this.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
Coming back here in the bottom of the third. You can Cash App us over at AR Sportsnet. That's hashtag AR Sportsnet. Sauce us a donation. Give us a cup of coffee. We'll shout you out here live on the broadcast. Brad, we're coming in at the bottom of the third. What are your thoughts?
I think Arkansas just beat Kentucky, 16-12, and the Razorbacks won 17 games in the SEC, which is the first time they haven't won 18 games since 2017. They fell one short, but still, I think did what some people didn't expect them to do as the season went on.
Leading off is going to be number 4, Wade Barton.
I was about to say you need me to help you out. I know you had that cupcake just now. You good?
It was good,
Everything
man.
good? Okay.
Big shout out to our hospitality room.
Yeah, it's been taken over, I think, by some people at Scranton. They've done a really nice job. We had a sandwich bar today and yesterday with some really good pasta salads there.
Well, let's just be honest. When you're out here and it's warm, you don't want to eat a bunch of heavy stuff. You want that,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Although may have to make a trip over to the Wrecked Canoe after this is over.
It's so good.
What is that?
It's a good restaurant over here at the end of Clarksville.
Shout out to them. Shout out to this
This one
Uh-oh.
sent to center. It's going to get over the head of the center fielder out there. That's going to be number 10, Landon Burley, and that's going to be a leadoff triple
Got
for
out
Wade
there.
Barton.
Got out there in that cavernous center field. I mean, it's 407 to the sign. The corners there probably a little bit further, probably like
425.
415 for sure, and 420 very possibly. And we haven't even seen a ball roll out to the fence out there. That's how far it is out there. So when it gets over the center fielder's head, you know, triples, even an inside the park home run, that wasn't too far from being able to get there.
And now if Rustin Horn's ball was sent that way, that definitely would have got there on his home run.
Yeah.
Now they got a runner on third with no outs. Up to the plate is going to be the pitcher, Kason Anders. That pitch finds the zone, 1-1.
Breeze coming in right behind us. It's 86 now, but we got a little bit of cloud cover, kind of keeping us cooler.
Next delivery goes too high, 2-1. Anders got out in his first plate appearance. He's going to be followed by Max Montgomery that had a ground out to third. Followed by Carson Franks, who reached on the air.
Great squeeze play.
And no one there to cover. What a hit.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Taylor playing just the right brand of baseball. They put so much pressure on you in ways that you just don't see high school teams do. You don't see that many high school teams running suicide squeezes. You don't see them do it in the third inning for sure. And they just put that kind of pressure on you to make plays, and that's why they are who they are.
I mean, placed to a T. You couldn't have had any better placement on that. There's going to be a pinch runner coming as well for Anders. And I mean, yeah, just perfect placement on that squeeze. I guess that was a bunt that had a lot of power on it, really. And that gets over right into a perfect area. They get a runner on now on first, and they bring in a run. 4-1 is their lead. Taylor has scored in every inning so far.
Got Coach Matt Long watching with us. The man with the plan. Let me tell you, he's the guy.
The guy?
He's the guy. He he's the dude. Appreciate Coach watching with us. He said he played at SAU. Let's see, Coach Fowler. That's a great friend of his, and he played at SAU for Coach Goodhart. So this
Full
is,
circle.
yeah, it's probably a big deal for both sides.
Nothing doing on the check to first base.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. This one fouled back our way. Ooh, landed inside our tent.
Just about. We've had a few. Last at the softball game, had one land right on top of the tent.
I was looking for it. I didn't see it.
We did have a baseball right on top of the tent the other day, or well today or earlier game.
I'll tell you what, West Side and Taylor in a tussle over there on the softball field. 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, bottom of 5.
A lot of zeros on that board, man. That skips in the dirt. Runner's going to advance to second. Max Montgomery's at the plate. He grounded out in his last plate appearance. And it was a great throw at that from third that came from Trek Mitchell. And just playing back into this Taylor team, Max Montgomery is one of the headliners of that, about the hustle and playing baseball to their standards. This one's sent on a chop. Back to the mound. Throw to first in time. Good heads up play on the mound by Cash Smith. Puts a runner to third. And now Carson Franks will take a plate appearance. He reached on an error in his first time through. This one fouled back our way yet again.
Getting just a little bit windy.
0-1, 1 out, 4-1. Runner gets caught in a rundown. He's going to make it to the plate. He steals
Man.
home.
Wow.
Wow. Number 23, our pinch runner, steals home for the Taylor Tigers. My goodness, what a play. And that's just deflating for Columbia, as they're going to take a plate visit now. Or excuse me, a mound visit, just to have a word with Cash Smith. He just stole home, and he's brought in just a pinch run. And I mean, talk about doing your job to a T.
Right. So the pickoff play took the third baseman to where he had to spin, and that spin was enough for him to be able to take home plate.
Wow. Score still 1-0 over at softball. That's on the Arkansas Sports Network High School. Got our good old Dren over there and Justin.
Got Carrie Smith says, I love my Crusaders and really love Cash Smith. Thank you for your comment there. You can go ahead and comment down below and we'll try to get you a shout out here. $240 live devices on both pages.
This one sent up the middle. That would have scored the run anyway. Good piece of hitting there from Carson Franks. He improves to 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit.
Really, how many times do you even see a Taylor player overswing?
Never.
They don't. They don't. I mean, they don't go for the downs. They just hit the ball solidly and poke it out into center field. And, they've already got 7 hits here in the third inning. It just stay within yourself, do what you can do.
It all starts with good coaching. We can't say enough about their coaching staff on both sides, really. And, coaching can be undervalued at time in these high school sports, all the way up to the pros, on how valuable and meaningful these coaches are to these players.
Absolutely.
Throw down. Not in time. That's a stolen base for Carson Franks. Now another runner in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. This one sent to third. Nice play made by Trek Mitchell. The throw in time and an even better grab by Nolan Walker.
Great
Great
dig.
defense.
Absolutely. Great dig over there.
Just to harp on this Columbia Christian team, I don't know about the graduates of this group, but Trek Mitchell, just a freshman. I mean, you got to think about the future for this team. He has been a spotlight already, and for years to come, they're going to have a good player.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Great talent here for the 1A tournament here.
This one sent to short, taken out of bounds. Hearn throws across in time. That takes us to the end of the top of the fourth. 5-1 is your score, favoring the Taylor Tigers.
We're going to go to another break. We'll be back with the rest of the 1A state coverage right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Proudly supporting the Taylor Tigers on their road to the Spa City. Taylor Booster Club, Ray and Associates, Braswell Logging, Dickinson Landscaping, Claiborne Collision, Bass Haven, The Corner Drugstore, Brent Robertson Trucking, A.O. Smith Funeral Homes Incorporated, Austin Industrial, and Cranford Contracting.
Back here for the top of the fourth, we get a base hit to start it, and that's going to be from the first baseman, Nolan Walker. 1 pitch, 1 hit, 1 runner. And it's a quick start for the Columbia Crusaders.
So, this Lonnie Qualls that is on the field here, he was a coach here at U of O. And this used to be the softball field. Now, listen to this. In the fall, they would put sod down on the infield, and they would play baseball. And then they would come and take it back up and allow them to play softball on it in the summer. Isn't that crazy?
That's unheard of.
Well, it's come a long way though. That's the whole point. It's come a long way from where it was to where it is, and apparently Lonnie R. Qualls was one of the best human beings out there.
That's a pop out to Jacob Vandenberg.
Long high one comes down just in front of second plate for our first out of the top of the fourth.
Brody Braswell to the plate now. He had a pop out to the first baseman in his first plate appearance, and that's going to put 2 runners on as he picks up a base hit here. 2 base hits in the inning from him and Nolan Walker now. 2 runners on with just 1 out. Brings up Griffin Wiggins.
Offense for Columbia really needs to make a move right here, 5-1 here in the top of the fourth. It's not late in the game, but we're getting later in the game. They need to find a way to score some runs.
Wiggins struck out in his first plate appearance. This is foul to the third base side. Look at that from Coach Goodhart. It's almost like he played baseball at one point.
I still need to figure out if I can hit one out of here.
And that's what you get from that. Seeing Coach
Yes,
Goodhart take a ground
yes.
ball over there, and you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
wonder if I can get one out of this park.
Yeah. Coach Long's like, there ain't no way. Coach, I got video. I was out there close.
This one fouled off the catcher's mask.
With my son's Little League bat.
You're going to have to come talk with the pitcher.
Uh-oh. Yep.
What do you think that was about?
Oh, it's just to give the catcher a little break. Anytime you see the ball fouled off the catcher, umpire does a good job to just kind of give him a little chance to recover.
Also passes out a ball to the pitcher there.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
We also got Juju Bill Harshaw watching for P Ridge right now, one of our own. Juju, thanks for watching.
Bartley says, I'm just now realizing the difference between teams such as Taylor and Conway.
I'm assuming the Conway Wampus Cat jersey scenario is kind of similar.
Yeah, you'd think so.
They're about the same colors.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 5-1 is your score. That goes too low. Full count. Really want to avoid a walk here. That would load the bases. And that would put the tying run at the plate.
Columbia's going to battle. They're well coached. They're going to battle you. They're not going to lay down. All these games have been close between they and Taylor. This is the inning. They need to push that out.
That's just a tough pitch. That's popped up to second. Brought in pretty easily on the infield fly. Good work by the Taylor Tigers. They pick up 2 outs, but they still have 2 on to worry about.
Full count. You got to protect, but he swung at the pitcher's pitch right there. And that was the difference in that at bat.
The pitcher, Jed Mitchell, who had a line out to shortstop, is taking his second plate appearance. Getting a lot more excitement over from softball than we are over here, but their score is lower than ours.
And a lot of drama.
That's going to get a base hit, and then Coach Goodhart's going to send him home, and they're going to have a fumble out in the outfield. It's not going to cause any more harm as the runners are placed at first and second. And coming in to score is going to be Nolan Walker.
It's going to make your score 5-2 in favor of Taylor.
Matthew Tyler to the plate.
240 live devices. Thank you all you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button.
That pitch can't find the zone. 1-0. Bottom of this lineup, it's Matthew Tyler and John David Baker. They both struck out in their previous plate appearances. Their second time through. Coach Goodhart and the Crusaders would love for them to pick up some base knocks and bring around these guys on base. Man, this sun just targets my legs. I move over here to get out of the sun, and then it just comes right back at me over here. This is grounded to first. Max Montgomery going to take it himself to the bag and get Taylor out of the inning with not too much damage done. But it's not before Columbia does get a run back on the board. 5-2 is your score heading into the middle of the fourth. Taylor gets the bats back up. Here we have the 1A state baseball tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Supporting the Taylor Tigers on their road to the Spa City. Taylor Booster Club, Ray and Associates, Braswell Logging, Dickinson Landscaping, Claiborne Collision, Bass Haven, The Corner Drugstore, Brent Robertson Trucking, A.O. Smith Funeral Homes Incorporated, Austin Industrial, and Cranford Contracting.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com. It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Bottom of the fourth is already here in our second game and final of the day. Up to the plate for Taylor is going to be number 3, Cannon Fowler. It's a 1-1 count. He's 1 for 1 today with a double and a walk. Two one. He did come around to score also off that double. This makes the count even at 2-2. This one sent back to the mound, tried to barehand it. Cash Smith makes the throw, and it pulls Nolan Walker off of the bag.
Oh, y'all, West Side is up 1-0, not Taylor.
Wow, Taylor held scoreless through 6.
And this is the top of the 7th.
Wow.
8-time state champions.
On the verge of going down on a shutout at that.
In fact, now I am tuned in to the ASN high school coverage right now. 1-0 West Side. The leadoff batter in this inning. No balls, 2 strikes.
You're going to make us lose all our viewers over here.
That's true.
And I don't blame them. That sounds like a crazy thing to watch over there.
You got 2 windows. You pull them up.
Don't touch that dial.
This one fouled off. I hear a lot of excitement over there in West Side. I see.
Got it. That's a strikeout.
Wow.
Yep.
Imagine both Taylor teams go down today. The Crusaders have a little more work to do.
I'm going to tell you, that's one of the stories in the state right there.
8-time. Wow. West Side is 2 outs away.
Checked over at first base, nothing doing.
You should
Caught
go over.
safe.
You should go over there and kick Duran off the mic right now. I wonder how they probably wouldn't give it up for nothing.
Oh, I'd have to beat him to death.
I don't know if he.
He's not going to take it. He wouldn't take it lying down. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know if there's a money amount you could offer him to get him off that headset over
No.
there.
I'm sure there is.
Oh,
More excitement.
well, how about a base hit?
It's coming from the Taylor
Yep.
fans, and this is a base hit for the Taylor Tigers on the men's side as well, as Tucker Smith squeezes through a base hit between third and short, and that brings up Jake Vandenberg.
Runner in scoring position for Taylor. One down.
Shortstop number 10. Vandenberg.
We lost 10 viewers. How dare you?
Right.
230 live devices watching us right now. Thank you to all of you. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button.
That pitch goes too high. But you know, even though we lost 10 viewers, you have to assume they went to that softball game right at that.
So, yeah, we gained it.
Right.
There are, by the way, there are 189 on Facebook over there right now.
As
Wow.
long as it all stays within the Arkansas Sports Network realm.
Right?
We've got about 30 on our Facebook right now. Our biggest numbers on YouTube.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 runners on. That's going to skip behind the plate. Both runners are going to advance. Glove comes off behind the plate. I can hear cheering over there after every pitch. I'd say it just feels like a different atmosphere over there. There's cheering. There's
right.
just excitement after every play. That's been that way this whole tournament.
The game lends to it.
And that's going to be an intentional walk for Jacob Vandenberg. That's the first one of those we've seen. I'm hearing some.
Taylor just scored.
It is just going. My goodness.
1-1.
Wow.
Over here, bases loaded.
Caden, let me keep you up to date, buddy. You keep calling the game.
It's hard, man.
Yeah,
I'm hearing
I
all this
know.
cheering over here. It's like, I will let you know that Jacob Vandenberg did just get intentional walk. That's the first of the tournament that we've seen. Not wanting to face that hot bat.
Thought about it, but didn't execute on a strike pitch there.
Up to the plate, it's going to be Wade Barton. He had an RBI single and a triple so far today. You replace one hot bat for another. With the bases loaded, check to third, no throw.
Oh, Taylor just scored again. 2-1. That right there is why they're the 8-time defending state champions.
I mean, last moment.
Yes.
Ball up in the foul territory.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a grab made by Nolan Walker as his catcher was coming with him.
Westside still got their opportunity, but there is just one out, and it's 2-1 Taylor now.
And I mean, you're 2 outs away from that season being terminated, and
you're 2 outs away from knocking off the 8-time state champion. And there's another. Oh, is that a
foul ball caught by the first baseman, number 4.
This delivery set down the first base line. That's going to touch down. Getting into the far side corner. That's going to bring in 2 runs and advance 2 runners to second and third back into scoring position. And man, what a day for this offense. Kason Anders now with a 2 RBI double and a single on the day.
runners on first and second over there now? Still 1 out.
Pitch runner's going to come in for the guy at second.
That's going to be Kason Anders, the pitcher. They keep putting that pinch runner on for him to keep him fresh and ready to pitch and continue trying to hold down this Crusader offense. 2-1-2-2 is the run count by inning for this Taylor offense. They've been very consistent. Vandenberg almost caught in a rundown.
We haven't seen many games like this where a team got 10 hits
and they've got 10 hits as well here in the bottom of the fourth.
Next delivery going to be too high. This is Max Montgomery at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 ground outs. Ground out here would likely bring in a run. Let's see if it does, and it will. Look at that. And a productive out there for Max Montgomery. He knows that as he gives a little clap to himself after, brings in another run for Taylor, and it brings up Carson Franks, who has a single on the day.
Looks like Westside's going to make a pitching change. Bases are now loaded for Taylor with 1 out.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you just hear all that momentum over there going for Taylor. They got the chance going. What a turnaround. Just a testament what you've been preaching this whole tournament, how great the game of baseball and softball is.
Really is a great game, and the older I get, the more I love it. And it's just there's so many aspects of it that you can learn from life or learn in life with it.
Like no crying or
Well, baseball is a game of failure, and you have to learn to overcome failure to be good at it. And that's you, and coaching the group that I'm coaching right now, it's one of the things that we're preaching hard. Well, another run for Taylor on a pass ball. Now I'm talking softball if you're tuning in right now.
there's some crying in baseball. Is what you're saying?
There is some crying in baseball.
Especially if you get hit by a pitch.
No, that's not one time. That's not the time that you
That's not the
cry.
time?
No.
It's going to be a walk for Carson Franks. That's going to bring up Abram Andrews, who's 0 for 2 today.
Well,
And
Coach
that's going to be a
Goodhart,
mound visit.
yeah, they may be making a change here.
See our cash tag there at the top left-hand corner of the screen. You can cash app us. We'll give you a shout out here on the live on the broadcast. Cash tag us at AR Sportsnet. That's AR Sportsnet. We'll get that out to the masses. Every little bit helps get us out into the ether.
Yep. 2 down over there in the softball field. Just like there's 2 down here.
We're going to go ahead and get us out to a break. We'll be right back with more of the 1A state coverage right here live on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
It's so hot, you're gonna think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not gonna believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Hashtag us at AR Sportsnet. I mean, we're having people just blow us up right now. It's crazy. Appreciate them for hitting us up. If you would like to do that, hit us up at hashtag AR Sportsnet.
Up to the plate will be Abram Andrews, the third baseman, 0 for 2 today. Before this lineup flips over, Nolan Walker is the new pitcher on the mound. Excuse me, that's actually going to be number 1 for this Columbia Christian squad, Rustin Hearn. 8-2 is your score here with a 3-run inning so far. And with 2 outs, runners are on the corners for Taylor. That ball hits the third baseman. No throw will be made, and another run will come in to score. The onslaught is on for Taylor, 9-2. It's crazy how both teams got hot at the same time. Well, I mean, Taylor's been hitting good all day in baseball.
Yeah, this is true. Both sides on either side here. You got the Taylor teams getting hot at the right time. West side now up at the plate, trying to get their opportunities.
Pitch goes too high here as the lineup flips over. Jasper Jones takes the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Strike delivered. Scoreboard here at the park says 8-2, but I'm quite certain it is 9-2.
That's what I've got. They scored a run off that third base runner.
That pitch is going to hit him.
Oh, they're going to keep him in the box. I guess they're saying he didn't make an attempt. Do you have to make, Coach Long, are you watching? Do you have to make an attempt to get out of the way, or did they say right there that he just stuck his arm out there? Because it looked like an off-speed pitch that was coming at him, and he just turned in on it. And I mean,
Well, I feel like if you move into it, is that not automatic out?
no, it's actually a strike, I believe.
2-1 is your count.
That one almost catches him again. 3-1.
Well, I'm not going to let it hit me if I don't get the base.
Well, that's what he just did.
Come on,
Right.
take one for the team.
Well, you're not taking one for you're taking one for nobody.
Exactly. You're taking a bruise.
This one hit to second, taken in cleanly. And Columbia gets out of this inning. They give up 3 runs. Runs have been scored in every inning so far for the Taylor Tigers. 9-2 is their lead. Heading into the top of the 5th, Columbia Christian has some work to do. Can they get it done? Top of the 5th on the horizon on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but we know there's growth in the journey. At ATU, we value this moment because here, nature becomes your classroom. So breathe it in. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success. We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Proudly supporting the Taylor Tigers on their road to the Spa City. Taylor Booster Club, Ray and Associates, Braswell Logging, Dickinson Landscaping, Claiborne Collision, Bass Haven, The Corner Drugstore, Brent Robertson Trucking, A.O. Smith Funeral Homes Incorporated, Austin Industrial, and Cranford Contracting.
Back at the top of the 5th, leading off for Columbia Christian will be the left fielder John David Baker as he sends a foul ball back over my head. 0-1. Haven't had any trouble since that first day where we had that one hit. Our great producer here, Aaron Powers.
Yeah, he almost died, but that's okay.
Hit me square in the chest.
Knocked him out of the chair,
I fell back, yeah.
busted his pants.
I did, and scraped my elbow and hit my head.
And you know what he did after that? He followed up and worked that Pottsville graduation.
He
I
did.
did.
Like a boss.
It's what we do at the Arkansas Sports Network.
We're tough.
bosses.
We're tough. We're tough. That's what we do. We get hit by baseballs.
That could have been prevented. But now every time we have a foul ball come back here, I mean, talk about game ready.
I am ready. I'm ready
Yeah,
to go.
talk about game ready. He backs out of his chair and runs away.
We got the tent pulled back a little bit. I got me, a little bit forward in my seat.
And if I'm being honest, I thought yesterday I was going to see you pull up here with a glove, and I'm not even kidding. I thought you were going to come with a mitt. As John David Baker works himself a walk, that flips over the lineup. Rustin Hearn takes the plate.
Over there on the softball field right now, you got Westside with a runner on third base, 2 down though. I have no idea where they are in their lineups, but 2 down in that game in the bottom of the 7th.
This is going to be a mound visit by Taylor. A little unsuspected, it looks like. They're going to be making a pitching change. They're going to be putting in number 9, Jasper Jones, who pitched at the end of yesterday's game. I believe he closed that one out just in the 7th inning. His first pitch is a little errant. We hear some good cheering going on over from softball.
Taylor just won on a diving play from at third base.
Wow.
Wow. You're talking about a baseball, softball culture over there.
They advance.
They've got it going on.
If you're West Side, man, that hurts.
632 live devices over there.
Wow.
220 over here.
I bet we're about to get some of those. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, you got Taylor fans who are going to be leaving that one to come over here to this one.
Exactly.
So that's probably if this poll's any indication, it's probably about half the viewership. Columbia Christian winning both polls right now with about 55-58%.
8-2. You can look at the scoreboard.
We got 9-2, not 8. Scoreboard says 8-2.
Well, for our good old Kelly Roach, he came by and asked me what score y'all got. Like he can't look at the scoreboard.
Did that run not get
no,
in?
I think he was asking what do we have. He's saying he wonders if we have 9-2 or 8-2.
We have on our
we do
stream
have
we do
9-2.
have 9-2 because that runner on third made it in off that hit.
And we haven't heard any conversation from Taylor about that from their coaching staff. I'll have to tell Kelly when he comes back out here. Oh, I dropped my pen. That's not good.
Well, you can get up, get it, and go talk to him. Does it hurt to walk with that thing? Because that looks
sunburn?
like it. Yeah, that looks like it hurts. Really bad.
It's not comfortable. That's why it's called a sunburn.
You all right there? That's what we got. Yeah.
That's what we had. I thought you were asking me what's the score over here, and I was like, well, you can look yourself. That's on me.
According to him, they're having a fight over it in the box. Main box PA announcer.
That is not the pitcher. It's Jasper Jones. They just made the announcement here that it was Rustin Hearn. That was the previous pitching change. Rustin Hearn.
The only man in the tournament to clear that 20-foot wall.
And man, was that a shot. And that was to start this game.
Yeah, first bat.
Our only comments on Facebook are for Hearn. Let's go, Hearn, and great job.
A lot of complaints about this home plate umpire here at the park.
That's what happens though when you're losing. You know,
Right?
I've seen. You know, I'm okay with. Again, I've said this more than once throughout the tournament. I'm okay with a little bit of an expanded zone in high school. It just you have to expand the zone in a lot of games. That now maybe not against Taylor and Columbia Christian as much, but if you've ever went and watched high school baseball in certain areas, some of it's not great,
Right.
and so you got to expand the zone. But I'm I'm okay with a little bit of expanded zone because again, as you go up in the levels, the zone gets a little tighter.
That pitch can't find the zone. 2-2. That's 2 hits that have come there to Coach Goodhart now, and he's fielding them both pretty cleanly. He should play baseball. Full count. Just the lone runner. No outs. It was kind of a quick pull for Taylor for the pitching change. There's going to be strike 3. It's going to be their first out of the top of the 5th.
So another impressive thing about Taylor is the amount of pitchers they have. Amount of good ones that can come up and give you good innings.
And that's how you advance so far, and that's how
Yeah.
you win 3 state championships. In this level, having arms, or even in the MLB, I know my favorite team has struggled to have good pitchers for some years now, and it's been one of the most frustrating things I've ever dealt with.
Who is your favorite team?
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched the Cardinals, but yeah,
Don't
don't do it. Don't put
don't
yourself through it.
don't do it. Actually, we're pretty good this year. I'll say we. They're pretty good this year. Got a nice young team. We traded away our older players, and Goldschmidt retired. Arenado traded away. And it's Brendan Donovan. We got a nice young team.
The one of the greater National League teams. I mean, and really one of the greatest MLB teams. Behind the Yankees, Dodgers,
Right.
Giants, possibly.
Yeah, that's debatable. Yeah.
Right. It's those that
Historic franchises.
for sure.
Fun fact, I went to go see a Cards game. Got to sit right behind home plate.
Wow.
I know.
I watched the Cardinals and the Cubs in 2003. 1-0 win. Scott Rowland with a walk-off.
Yeah.
10 innings.
Wow. Yeah, Cardinals games used to be a big part of my childhood. Used to go every summer for a series at Busch. Haven't went in some years, but Busch Stadium is definitely one of the best ballparks I'll ever be at.
Got to see Goldschmidt play. Speaking of him,
It's one of my favorites. The 1-2 count to Trek Mitchell puts a foul ball down the first base line.
Bring back Mark McGuire.
Yeah.
Oh, for whatever steroids he might have taken, which he did. He was still one of the most fun players to watch in the history of the game. And now he may not have the most home runs, but I do think he's the most powerful hitter to ever play in major leagues.
This one's fouled off.
almost hit the light there. Hope you got good insurance. 'Cause it goes into the parking lot over there.
The consistency of the 500-foot shots that he used to
Oh,
hit.
yeah. That was before my time, but
He
I've heard stories.
hit one off the upper deck in center field one time, and I don't think it registers as the record, but in my opinion, it was probably the longest home run in Major League history. I think it measured at 545 feet.
Man. Just a mammoth of a shot.
Oh, seriously. And I don't know of that much video of it out there, but it's out there somewhere. 545 feet, center field, upper deck.
And that doesn't even compete with Brad Caldwell in his prime.
Oh gosh. Now, no, no, but I did have a pretty good bat, and I've always had a pretty good swing, but nothing like that. I mean, I am 45 years old, and I've hit as far as just about anybody in this tournament.
Rustin Hearn would like to have a conversation with
Exactly,
you.
exactly. I said just about.
I'd love for Columbia to get it together. I'd love to talk to Rustin Hearn after the game and talk about that home run. Because man, is that is that an accomplishment in the state tournament and at a college field at that, at a wall like that?
Oh yeah. Like I said, anytime you play on a college field, and that's high in the air, but anytime you play on a college field, as a high schooler, it's going to do exactly what it's done, which is swallow you. In fact, they used to play the state title games at Baum Walker Stadium.
Ooh,
It's been a long time.
yeah.
And you want to talk about very rarely did anybody reach one. I mean,
And how cool that would be for those high schoolers to
oh, yeah.
play at that place.
So Russellville did it back in 2001, and they won 1-0, and the one run was a home run.
Wow.
According to a couple people in the chat, it's 4 state championships in a row, not 3.
Oh, wow.
So thank you for the correction
Brad,
there.
you lied to me.
12, well, that's what I was told. 12 of well, the last 12 baseball and softball state champions have been won by the Taylor Tigers.
By a Taylor team.
Yeah, that is unreal.
270 live devices. Thank you, everybody.
That is wild. We need to go do a documentary if they win these called Titletown. That's what we need to do.
Taylor Titletown.
Well, not just them. I've really thought about this. Russellville, Greenwood, even though Greenwood didn't win football this year, you could definitely still call them Titletown. I mean, you can throw out Shiloh Christian there. Um, there's others. Russellville Soccer is what I was talking about, even though they didn't win it this year. I've really been thinking about doing that, just doing some interviews, different things of that nature
That
for
would, yeah,
ASM.
that'd be, yeah.
But so we might do that. Might have to go do that if they pull it out here.
3 balls, 1 strike to Nolan Walker, the first baseman. He has 1 runner on in his favor and 2 outs. This is a slow bouncer. Third base makes the throw in time. Nice cross from across the diamond there from Abram Andrews, and that retires the Columbia Christian Crusaders. That's the middle of the 5th for you. 9-2 is the lead for Taylor. We'll be back here with the 1A State Baseball Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network. Back for the bottom of the 5th. If you'd like to Shoot us a buck or two. Our cash tag is on the screen. AR Sportsnet is where you can find us. Bottom of the fifth is here. Leading off for the Taylor Tigers will be number 3, Cannon Fowler. That pitch goes high. 2-0. I'd love to get 3 runs on the board here and complete a run roll in the semifinal. And they got the heart of their lineup up.
Nice pitch there.
3-1.
Caught the outside corner.
They can't find the zone, and that'll be a leadoff base runner for the Tigers. That's going to bring up number 18, Tucker Smith, and that's 3 walks on the day now for Cannon Fowler.
The show bunt strategy that I've seen out of Taylor, it seems to be effective. 2 strikes, show bunt. 3 balls, show bunt. Ball gets past the first baseman.
And Fowler's going to advance. Now you got a runner in scoring position with no outs, and Tucker Smith at the plate. They're going to have a mound visit.
Meeting at the mound. You have any readers? Maybe we can get one in.
Circle K is the official convenience store of the AAA with food, fuel, snacks, drinks, and more. Make Circle K your only stop while traveling.
Thanks to them and thanks to all our sponsors.
Absolutely.
Helping us out.
We got great sponsors: D3 Auto Sales, Arkansas Tech University. We've got Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking,
Premier Facilities Group.
yeah, Premier Facilities Group, and we've been able to bring you this coverage in the 25-26 school year. This is our last broadcast, our final broadcast in the 25-26 school year. If you want to watch the state finals, you'll be able to watch that on Arkansas PBS. But we'll start up fairly soon with off-season content, including a massive, massive project that we've got going on, and we'd love to have you to be a part of that. We're going to have to make an official announcement soon on that. We probably should have gotten one together and did it during this tournament, but we'll wait for that. But we've got a massive project that we're doing that I think you're going to love, especially you guys that are in the 1A, because there's so many basketball lovers.
Yeah, if you're looking to get some sponsorship in for your business, you can email Brad over at arsportsnet@gmail.com. That's arsportsnet@gmail.com. Email Brad. We'll see if we can't get you some sponsorship for that, especially if you want to be a longtime sponsor for us throughout the season. We'll get you on all of our broadcasts. How does that work, Brad?
Email me.
Email Brad and he'll tell you all about it.
Exactly. But there's going to be a big project. I think if you're a basketball fan, you're going to want to be a part of.
Yes. 9-2 is your tally here at Lonnie Arqual's field. Runner on second. New pitcher in, and that's going to be Brody Braswell for the Columbia Crusaders. Was at second. Now takes over on the mound. I can't find the zone. Tucker Smith still at the plate.
Columbia's got to get some outs here. 9-2 with the score. You got a runner in scoring position and a big time hitter at the plate. This could get dangerous for him real quick.
And that's too high. That pitch gets over the head.
270 viewers, only 15 likes. Hit that like button for us, guys. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We need all the help we can get. Everything helps get this out into the ether, as Brad puts it.
Yes, sir. I'm over here where Caden was, and I'm cooking right
Yep,
now.
that's why I switched. You're welcome.
Yeah. I need a little sun,
Don't
but
forget to rotate so you brown evenly.
right, for sure. I've got a good farmer's tan going on.
I don't. I just have a half leg tan. And let me tell you, it's like very noticeable. It's
You
bad.
can definitely see where all my jewelry's been.
Well, you guys, you guys have gotten a chance to see Mount Ida a couple times now. What do you think about these two teams and presumably Taylor at this point? Well, Columbia Christian not out of it yet, but what do you think about that matchup?
Main thing that comes to mind, if I had one word to describe Mount Ida, it's discipline. And it's just disciplines and patience. Because they were trailing all the way to the 6th inning. They remained calm. Coach TJ Wilson does a phenomenal job with his crew. And they stay collected. They don't worry whenever things start to go wrong. Jake Gaston, their starting pitcher, had a couple of opportunities where things could go wrong, just like it could for the Columbia Christian Crusaders as another run comes in to score and they break into double digits. And Mount Ida just keeps their cool no matter what faces them.
That's right. Yeah, I can see that. I just feel like that the football culture that they have bleeds over into baseball, and I'm sure they've got their own baseball culture, but you probably got a lot of similar kids, same kids even.
Most definitely.
And I think that I'm so impressed anytime that we get a chance to see Mount Ida because they just do such a good job of being disciplined on the football field. Coach White runs that system. They don't make any bones about what they're going to do, and they just do it. I can see that being the same thing on the baseball field.
I was over there when they were doing their post-game sort of pep talk.
This one sent to short. 6, 4, 3.
Oh, he dropped it.
No, not in time.
Yep, he dropped it. No, it wasn't time. He couldn't hold on to it.
Couldn't hold on in
Yep,
time.
yep.
But they were talking about that team that Mount Ida beat, went 31-2, beat a 4A team, and how they basically just worked their tails off to get where they are, and did really good during that game.
St. Joseph was a very skilled ball club.
31-2. I don't care what level it is. That's really good.
Now Wade Barton, who's had a good day with a single and a triple, takes the plate. Fouls one off over into the softball area.
Somebody just got hit.
Yeah, it looks like that was one of the coaches or something for Taylor.
Yikes.
Taylor softball, that is. 10-2, the tally here. Winning run is at the plate, but not for long as this is popped up into foul territory. Catch is made by Nolan Walker. That's going to be out number 2, and it brings up Kason Anders. He has a single and a double today, and that double brought in 2 runs.
Yeah, Jimmy Wilson says, congratulations, Mount Ida. Thank you for the comment there, guy.
Check to first is really good, but not in time.
That had some heat on it.
That did.
Was a great throw.
Ball, no strikes. That pitch drops in, 1-1. That's going to be a balk.
Yep.
Saw a lot of balks yesterday. I think that's the first of the day in these 2 games. Both these teams have been competing here all tournament long at the University of the Ozarks.
One, two is your count.
Anders showing bunt with 2 strikes, pulls it back and fouls one off.
Quick foul to the top of the dugout there.
Fouls
Nope.
another. Oh, that's actually going to bloop in for a hit. Hit the upper inner part of the bat. Really a weird piece of hitting there, but it brings in a run. That's going to be an RBI single.
He just fought it off. And now the runner on first base is the winning run.
And it brings up Max Montgomery, who's 0 for 3 today.
Columbia Christian has had a really good year and really good run here in the tournament. And probably going to fall a little bit short, but definitely think they've got something to build on, and they've got great coaches.
Wouldn't be surprised if they get this runner to steal here, advance him just a little bit closer to give them a better chance at ending this game.
Well, you better be sure on the steal because this guy can throw you out. No
It's
doubt about
Griffin
it.
Wiggins. Yeah, he does have an arm. That pitch is too high. 2-0. That breaking ball finds the zone.
If you're the pitcher, what are you thinking?
Get out of the inning. Try to get the third out.
That almost catches Montgomery. Brody Braswell at the mound. 2-1 is the count he's delivered so far. Runners on the go. This one's put on
That's
a
through.
chop, and it's going to get through.
Oh,
That's
gone.
gonna advance the runner, and that's gonna
Skip
skip
to it.
past the outfielder. That's gonna be number 8, Jed Mitchell out there. That it skips by, and coming into scoring on the walk-off is gonna be Max Montgomery. What a game it was here, wasn't it, Brad?
Absolutely. Taylor gets their opportunity for 5 in a row. Great run here by Columbia Christian, knocking off Armorel in the first game and beating a good Nemo Vista team yesterday. And just run into a really good Taylor team. I think teams that they were familiar with, and I think maybe that might have played against them today in this ball game that Taylor was so familiar with them.
Now we have a state championship matchup of the Taylor Tigers and the Mount Ida Lions. Just a little preview of the big cat battle. Who do you like?
It's hard to go against the 5-time champions. I mean, we just saw it over there in the softball field. I mean, you're down 1-0 in the bottom or the top of the 7th inning, and you haven't been able to scratch anything across, and then all of a sudden, championship mentality breaks in, and you find a way to win, and that's what this team is going to do. Taylor, they're going to be tough to beat. You know, again, one of the things that I'm so impressed with by the Taylor Tigers is they stay within themselves, and not only do they stay within themselves, but they hustle. They play hard. They do the things. They scrap. They claw, and they play baseball like it's supposed to be played. And it really puts pressure on the other team. And very good run here for them. And it's going to be a great matchup between them and Mount Ida. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be tough against this Taylor Tiger team, putting up 2-1, 2-4-3 is their run count by inning. I mean, pitching is dominant, only giving up 2 runs. They win with a final of 12-2. They advance to Hot Springs, where they're going to take on the Mount Ida Lions. Our top performers of the day have to be Cannon Fowler with 3 walks, Jacob Vandenberg, Kason Anders with 3 RBIs, and Max Montgomery walks it off.
Well, we're going to go down to the field here as Taylor is going to get their ticket to the finals, the Everett Buick GMC ticket to the finals, and the ride to the finals, where they're going to get a chance to go to Majestic Park to take on Mount Ida. You got to think that Mount Ida is going to have some people there, that's for sure, just down the road from Hot Springs. And so you got to think that they're going to fill that Majestic Park venue up pretty well. But I'm sure Taylor will be there too.
And that's all the presentation we have for you today on the Arkansas Sports Network.
You want to try to bring them in? We should probably.
We're going to try to get some Taylor
Yeah.
Tigers up here, but as for commentary and gameplay, that's all we have for you here on the University of the Ozarks. I'm Cade Nauser. I have to give a big thanks here to Brad Caldwell for bringing me here to do this. It was a big honor, and hope I didn't disappoint.
You did well, man. Appreciate you for what you've done. Yeah, we'll go down to the field. We'll see if we can get some Tigers up here, and it might be a minute. It's been that way the whole time. So just if you want to hear from your Tigers, hang in there. So give us a few minutes, and we'll see what we can do.
Ready? All right, I'm Caden Hauser here with the Arkansas Sports Network, joined with the Taylor Tigers, making yet another state championship appearance here with Coach Fallon, Cannon Fowler, and Max Montgomery. Coach, like I said, another state championship appearance. What's it mean for this university or this program?
It's hard enough to get here. You know, we talk all the time about so many great players, coaches. They never get this opportunity, and for us to go back makes it even more special. So they've earned it definitely. We're going to enjoy it, but then Monday morning it's time to go back to work.
And when we talked on day one on Thursday, you said you were ready to get this group because you knew they were going to be successful. Now you get a matchup against Mount Ida. It's a familiar foe. They talked about how they faced y'all before. How's it going to be different to take them down this time yet again and pick up another state championship?
Well, we hadn't seen them this year, but I know TJ does a great job with them. They've got great players. We're just going to prepare the way that we always have. You know, this group, they're special to me because we don't have 30 guys on the bench because not everybody can play for me and put up with what they have to put up with. But I learned a long time ago if you care about the kids, you can get on them when you need to. And they know I love them. It comes from a place of love, but um, you know, we got a big challenge ahead of us. There's nothing given against Mount Ida.
And then Cannon, you picked up multiple walks today, just staying disciplined at the plate. Where does that start?
Well, I just want to give all the honor and glory to God. Without Him, none of this is possible. We wouldn't be able to play the beautiful game. But, uh, it just all starts with Him. Before I step into the box, He'll either come down and talk to me, or He'll give me a take sign. And then if I'm just gonna go up there and do whatever I'm supposed to do for the team. If I have to lay down a bunt and just get the team in a scoring position for my guys behind me, Tucker Smith, Wade Barton, Jacob Vandenberg, to hit them in, I know they'll do it.
And then Max, you bring the energy out there on the field. I mean, whether it's sliding into first, making plays in the field at first, whatever it is, you bring the energy out there for the squad. How did you find that role with this team?
Well, I just understand my role, and whatever needs to be done, I do it. And if it means hustling into first base, that's what it does. But there's 8 other dudes on this team that do their job too, and they do their job better than me. We got Kaysen out there, shove for us, Jasper shove for us, and we just had dudes that were just collecting hits. It was all them, and then all glory honor goes to God. That's just Him. There's a lot of times when I slide into first, it's not really me thinking. It's just God. I just have a feeling just to do it because it's all God. It's all glory and honor to Him.
And we're here with the Taylor Tigers. They're advancing to yet another state championship appearance. Will they take on the Mount Ida Lions? I'm Caden Hauser here with the Arkansas Sports Network. Congratulations, guys. Phone's blowing up, man. Oh, Brad.